Hi everyone! Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nay. I hope you're all doing very well. I just got back to Berlin after visiting family in Switzerland for a month. And oh my god, it's cold. It's autumn. I am mentally still in August. This is crazy. I wanted to just do a more of a chill, sit down chatting video today. This one has been in my ideas list for a while, but I thought it could be kind of fun to try and map all of my side quests. Okay, so I want to share with you the kind of main idea that I use to structure my life, if I can say that, or to navigate my life. What if there isn't just one main quest in life, and instead the main quest is made up of a bunch of little side quests? I also prefer the phrasing side quest over a life goal, even though you could say they're similar things. What I like about quest is that it invites you to explore an avenue in your life without any set outcome, or there is it doesn't set you up for failure. If you set a goal and you don't make the goal, it's you failed. But if you're yo, I'm just doing this little side quest and seeing where it takes me and seeing how it goes, and I'm just open, and maybe on the way I'll realize oh, actually I don't really want to do this, I'll come back. I really like that idea. There are so many, but I've just picked a few for this video that we're gonna get into. The first one being YouTube. YouTube is definitely a side quest I went on where I had no idea where it's gonna take me. It's been almost 10 years and it's just crazy. This is one of the things in my life that's challenged me the most. Since I make videos about my life and kind of reflecting on it, figuring things out, it's made me a much more introspective person, and I think it's also helped me to process life a lot and document it, which I am endlessly grateful that I have everything that I've made. I would say, however, the best part about having done YouTube and social media in general is 100% the people it's brought into my life. Some of my best friends I've met because I made videos, and it's absolutely just changed my whole life. So yeah, I have a bunch of things that I do want to work on in the future. Where am I going on this YouTube side quest? One is I would like to kind of rebrand / refresh my content. I feel I'm getting older and just want to kind of switch things up. Two is I really want to focus more on creative collaboration. I've been doing YouTube solo for 10 years and just generally creating by myself, and I'm sure that was necessary to some capacity, but I'm really at a point where I just enjoy working with other people so much more. So, okay, the next one is a little bit silly, but it's my dating side quest. I think right now with dating, I'm just gonna be taking a step back. I just need to be chilling. I think this idea of decentering romance, it's been floating around the internet for a bit. I'm sure before that already, before we were born. I've really been liking that because I did realize how much space it takes up in my brain and how much it preoccupies me sometimes, and I'm kind of not sure if I like that, But I do want to be able to keep exploring this topic, which is why I'm excited to tell you about today's sponsor, Cheeks, which is a great platform if you are interested in these topics. I think Cheeks is cool because it offers a safe space to explore sexuality, pleasure, and self-love in form of educational and spicy content. So they have films, immersive audios, and also their Pleasure Academy, which I'm gonna get into. I don't know, maybe some of y'all are going out there and being hinge demons, but still aren't sure or have uncertainty like how to do certain things. And so they have their Pleasure Academy, which has lots of tutorials, master classes led by experts. They also have articles that you can go and read up. And yeah, I really think it is such an empowering feeling to really know and to understand better what you want, what you like, shape your opinion, you know? So like many other platforms, Cheeks runs on a subscription model, but you can try it for free for 7 days with my code NAY. I'll also have it linked in the description. Thank you so much to Cheeks for sponsoring this video, for supporting the channel. Next side quest is photography. I think I got my first camera when I was like 8, and I would just take all sorts of photos on it, but I never thought that you could actually be a photographer. And then it was later in life when I met photographers and I was like, oh, there's actually something you could do as a career. However, I did try to pursue that path when I was like 17, 18, 19, 20. And I do think like every step of your journey is important, but man, that was not fun. I put so much pressure on myself. I put so much expectation on myself. I did not give myself the room and the grace to fail and get better. I burned out of it so hard and have just been on a kind of photography break for the last like maybe 2 or 3 years. And I think that's why this idea of having different side quests is cool, because I can just kind of pause this one and then go to another one that I feel like doing. That doesn't mean though that I have stopped taking photos. I still take so many photos every day, and I still enjoy like seeing photos. I like studying photos, and I'm excited. Hopefully this side quest picks up again, because I do love doing like photo work. Like my dream was always to get published like in a magazine, and that actually happened somehow, and it just kind of came to me. And I got to have some of my photos published in the first edition of Sade magazine, and it was the lovely Saida, super talented. I think she also does photography and just many other things. Just so cool how that also kind of came into my life somehow. Yes. Going forward, I'm still kind of enjoying my break, right? I don't feel any pressure to have to do anything at the moment. However, I did mention that I do want to do more creative collaborations, and I'm actually doing something that is including photography. I am working on an exciting zine project with a friend. Yeah, it's probably going to come out in December. Okay, my next side quest is going to university and studying landscape architecture. This one has actually been a bit of a path, man. Like, I first applied to art school, I didn't get in. I applied to study art history and gender studies, didn't get in. And then on the third try, I applied to landscape architecture, which is what I've been studying for the last 2 years. Like, there are still so many other things I'm interested in. I would love to maybe do a degree in history or in literature. Sometimes I think about doing architecture. Like, I just love learning, guys. It's so amazing. And of course, it is such a privilege to be able to get higher education. And I'm very aware of that as well. And yeah, I really do enjoy studying. However, I have decided to not go back to uni this semester. Oh my god! I'm not going back to uni this fall. There's a couple of reasons for it. I think the biggest one is that for the last 2 years, I've just been doing uni and studying, and it's just, I've tried to make it work, but I think this life setup and being in Berlin like just doesn't work out for me. Yeah, so I'm actually gonna be taking a step back and maybe even moving home and trying to figure out life stuff. But I have to say, like, this wasn't too scary of a decision. Like, I feel very fulfilled with all of the time I spent here, with all of the stuff I did at uni. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know, it just kind of doesn't really work for me. I'm not so happy with how things are. I also touched on it in my last video. But that's okay. I definitely still would love to keep studying and finish my degree. But I just don't really know when or where yet, because I really love the contents. Yeah, it's very fulfilling. It gave me a lot of purpose. I also really enjoy like going to uni and studying itself. I like it a lot. I like the structure. I like the environment. But yeah, there's just stuff to figure out. Just because I'm not going back to uni doesn't mean that I can't explore like this avenue more. So I was maybe thinking of doing a work away or going to work like on a permaculture farm. I would love to learn more about like the practical side of planting and soil and all of that, and not just in a classroom setting. So I think that could be kind of fun. The producer journey. This one was always pure fun. Like, I just wanted to have fun. I think I always kind of said like my mini mission is I just want to know like what my inner world sounds like, and I just want to like, you know, externalize it and record it and like see. And it's cool. I've done it mostly by myself. Like, I got GarageBand on my phone, then I moved on to my iPad, and now I have GarageBand on my laptop. And it didn't start as a joke, but I think I must have been like 20 years old or 19, and I just kind of said it one day. I was like, man, by 30 I want to be a producer. And at that point I'd never made a song. Or actually I have kind of started writing songs when I was like 17, but I've never like produced anything. It was not my thing at all. I love music so much. Like, music is really such a big part of my life, and I would really like to work in music. I think like musicians are definitely the majority of like favorite people I've met. But going into the future, this is actually a side quest that I'm kind of focusing on more, especially now that I have more time since I'm not going back to uni. So I really just want to learn more. I would love to like meet up with other musicians and producers and like learn from them. I would love to like practice my instrument more. I would love to, I don't know, like take singing lessons or like songwriting lessons. I think it would be so fun. So yeah, and eventually I would love to put out a project. Don't know what shape it's gonna be in, but yeah. Okay, this one is one of my favorites, and it's kind of probably the one thing that inspired this video. It's my side quest to meet writers. So writing is something that has always just really fascinated me, because my brain is not made for it at all. It's always the thing I've struggled with the most. Like in school, writing essays, for my work, like writing emails and stuff. Not my thing. I think I just have such an interconnected brain and such a visual brain. I just always wanted to like know how writers' brains work and like how they kind of think about texts and stuff. And I've never really had people in my life. So yeah, it's just throughout the past few years, whenever I like meet someone and they're like, oh, I'm a writer, I'm like, pause. I'm actually on a side quest to meet writers. Yeah, I've been able to meet so many cool writers and have really cool conversations about it, and I love it. This is such a fun one. I don't really have any goals for it. That's kind of it. I'm just gonna keep it low-key, keep it casual, and learn more about it, I guess. This is another fun one. It's also a music one. I would love to be able to play jazz piano by the time I'm 40. It just seems like a realistic timeline because I know it's really hard, but I just love how it sounds so much. And one of my favorite things is going to jazz bars. It's basically like a bunch of random musicians just come on a night, like they don't even sign up, and then they all just kind of jam together and freestyle stuff together, and it's the coolest thing to see live. And yeah, I would love to just jam with other jazz musicians. It seems so fun. So that's a little quest, but that one's gonna start, I think, later in life. We shall see. Organizing and doing like political organizing stuff. I've basically joined different groups throughout time, and most of them just have weekly meetings, and you plan events, or you plan like statements, or you do different projects together. Being able to experience community and solidarity work and care work in person, it's been such a life-changing experience. I've met some of the best people I've ever met in my life. They're just the most lovely, kind, caring people. You know, I love books, I love films, documentaries, whatever, for learning. Any learning materials is great, but there is really something about just sitting in a circle with people and just knowledge sharing in person. It's given me a lot of purpose in life. It makes me feel so connected. And yeah, it doesn't just have to be organizing. It could be volunteering. It could be doing like neighborhood work stuff. You could work like you could go to like a community garden. Just doing things locally and engaging with the humans who live around you, and trying to make the world like a little bit better. And I think definitely like those kinds of places are really important to me, to keep cultivating hope and remembering that there are many people who care and want the world to be better. So just a quick note from Editing Nay. I don't want to make it sound like organizing and politics is just this cute little hobby. You know, I think that caring about politics and what's happening around us in the world is something that everyone should be concerned with. And when there is injustice happening, I think all of us should try our best to put an end to it. So yeah, I just wanted to refocus the attention on like, you know, why we even come together and do this work. So, okay, back to the video. Hope you enjoy it. Okay, so the next thing, I don't know when or where in life I'm gonna do this, but I would love to, and if the opportunity arises, I will. And that is learning how to become a pastry chef. I've just always loved baking. My grandpa had a bakery/tea room once, and I don't know, I just think it could be really cool. Like, I just have like a feeling I would like to do it. Don't know when, don't know where. Maybe eventually, once I fully burn out of doing social media, I'm just gonna you'll find me at a bakery in the back rolling breads. There are still so many more, but I'm gonna close it off with another funky, silly one. So I was on a hike recently with my friends Luna and Tate, and we were talking about building stone walls. And I just had an exam about that at uni, because there's different walls you can build, but there are the ones, I don't know what they're called, I think they're called dry stone walls, or you don't use any cement. You just use, I think, the stones, and then you can put like earth or gravel in between, and it just fully holds by itself, and it's a very sustainable way of building. And I was thinking, I would love to learn how to build dry stone walls, and I would love to like teach people how to do it. I just think it's so beautiful. I love like vernacular design and vernacular landscape architecture. I don't know how to explain it, so I'm gonna put it on the screen, but I think it's really cool, and I would love to put more of that into the world. And I would also love to learn how to do like mosaics. It would be so fun to just go to mosaic school, like. So these are more out there, that's why they're at the end of the video, but it would be cool, and maybe you'll see me doing it. That is everything we have for today. And I didn't want to make this video to scare you off at all, or to like brag and be like, wow, I'm doing all these things, like I'm so much better. I also understand that there's so much privilege in like being able to even dream about doing all these things or getting to do them, and I'm really grateful for that. Yeah, there's just so many amazing things you can do in life, and I just want to encourage you to dream. And just if you have any narratives about yourself, about what you can do, what you can't do, I invite you to just let that go and just do whatever you want, bro. Like, this is your life, you know? Yeah, okay. Fun, silly little video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to just do more casual things like this. I'm kind of scared to put it out because, yeah, I think all of my videos have so much editing and filming outside and like all this crazy stuff, like montages. But I really enjoyed just kind of sitting down today and chatting and also kind of making sense for myself, like what I'm up to, because there's so much stuff I want to do. But yeah, let me know, guys, in the comments, like what are your side quests? What are things that you are pursuing? Would love to hear. And yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hanging out, and hope to see you very soon. Much love. Bisous.